Hello my dear pattern friends!
Hi!
Today we have a natural and super long hair. Take a look at this crazy volume and we're gonna make a beautiful hairstyle for bridesmaids. Here we have a straight parting. I just need to correct it a little bit. Like straight, make it perfectly straight. Here we have dyed hair, very porous. Take a look at this volume, and that's why I will prepare with a leave-in foam. This is my favorite foam. It makes hair, it gives moisture to the hair. It has beautiful fragrance, like for the cake. And pay attention to the ends, because a lot of girls, they have splitted ends and very extra dry ends. That's why we need to moisturize the ends, especially for blondies, for porous hair. I like to use this leave-in foam. It doesn't have any fixation, it just prepares the hair. This is a new product that I bought. This is a spray anti-freeze. This is for preparation. It gives also thermal protection for the hair. This is for porous hair. Sometimes in the summer we have bad weather, it's raining, and we have this wet effect on the hair, and it starts curling like naturally, you know. And that's why we need to use anti-freeze spray, preparation spray for the hair. And now just start curling like this. I take big section. This is flat technique. Look, I just need to hold it here and check, warm it up. I'm checking with my finger, and when I feel like it's hidden, I go further. Okay, I feel this because I take bigger sections. I need to warm it up well. Slowly down, 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 and then I curl it again, and I can leave this one and hold another one. This, I warm up the next one. Warm it up, okay? And this technique is fast because I release it and I don't need to fix it with clips. You see, I go down approximately 2 diameters, 1, 2, and curl again. You see, I release this one, and again I'm heating, warming up this one. The next, I feel it's hot, and then I go further, 1 diameter, 2, and then curl again, release this one, and the end. And the end is slowly curling, slowly like this. Okay, that's it, and release it. That's my first curl. And the second the same, but opposite side. And here I want to also release it. That's why I will put it like this, away from the face, because I need the tip of the curling iron looking up, because I want to leave this part of the curl, because it helps me to curl fast. I just need to warm it up well. Don't forget about it. This was my mistake, because I was doing it so fast, and that's why I had here no curls and the ends were too curly. That's why you need to pay attention to the temperature. Look, release and hold the next, this one. I need to heat it up well. I can tell you, like, you have to wait 5 seconds or 10 seconds, because for every type of hair it's different, so you need to feel with your finger. Look, and slowly down, and then again you curl it and leave this one, and now you warm up the next. And by this technique I will curl all the hair away from the face. Look, 45 degrees. Don't forget about this. Release this one and hold curling iron again. And the end just regular. The end just regular. Like this, look. The end. Ready And now continue with every level. This is the last layer on the top, and you have to really curl it very smooth. Look, you put the curling iron, close this, and make the first rotation. And now you have to warm it up like all the previous, you have to warm it up well, but here more slowly, because we need to straighten the hair with the clip, because this is the top section, so it has to be perfectly smooth. And I like this curling iron, this is GHD. Look, slowly, you see the clip, slowly, and it is so smooth, because the hair here is porous, like a little bit wavy, but here you see, so smooth, perfectly, because of this clip. This is titanium, and this is tourmaline and ceramic, something like mix, I don't remember, but this is high quality curling iron, that's why I love it a lot. And this curl is polished. You won't have this effect with Babyliss, for example. With Babyliss curling iron, no, it doesn't make this hair so smooth. Look, perfectly hair to hair. Look, slowly, you see how slow I'm moving, and then curl and release. For top sections, really slow. All the bottom section you can curl a little bit faster, but you have to pay attention for the top. Look, and the ends. Just curl the ends, just regular technique. Look, be careful here because we have ear near the ear, that's why careful, and warm it up well here. And go down slowly, slow, you see, because we need to give some time for this short baby hair to curl, to have this shape. And that's it. And continue till the end. And all the strands on this side, I'm gonna curl this technique. And the end. Remember, don't hold the end too long, because on the end everyone has tiny hair, splitted ends. That's why the end you curl really fast and leave it here on the shoulder. And this is my top strand. You see, here is baby hair, like little wavy. That's why I take a small section, and I'm gonna flatten it with curling iron. Look, but be gentle, close and straight it up. Look, you see, it is smooth. And the next tiny strand, look, it is really tiny. And just flatten it, because it saves your time. You don't need to wait for the flat iron. You can do this with curling iron also. Look, because if you have a good tension with the clip, you can do this. Look at this, you see the difference. This is so straight and smooth, and this is porous and wavy. Look, I do this only for the top section to save the time, and I don't flatten the whole length because I'm gonna curl here, so only here I make it straight. I brush it, and now I'm gonna curl this away from the face. Look, I put it here, approximately at the level of the eyebrow, like this, maybe a little bit higher. Start where you want to have your curling. Warm it up well. and then slowly go down, because this is top section. I have to work slowly and heat it well. Like this, and then curl up and releases. That's it. And continue till the end. The same technique, absolutely the same technique. And the opposite side, I do the same, away from the face. I don't want to show you on the video because I will do the same. I want to save your time. Absolutely symmetrical. The end is fast. Look, 3 seconds. Ready. And now one of my favorite parts, the brushing. I have to comb everything out. I will use this comb with white teeth and just brush everything out of the hair, and I'm gonna have the beautiful wave instead of this curls. Don't be afraid. The curling stays in your hair if you warm up it well. That's why I told you, you have to warm up the hair really well, and you will have this. If you brush the hair and you have straight hair, that means maybe the weak temperature, or you curl too fast because the hair couldn't heaten up well, you know, and that's why you have straight hair. Look at my hair. You see? The wave stays. This is very good sign. So I brush everything out. Everything out. Look at this. Everything. On the back too. Beautiful wave. Texture spray. Any texture spray. Now I have color wow. Close your eyes, please. And just spray this. And you see volume. You have volume. The texture spray, it is powder and hairspray, medium hairspray in one bottle. Look at this volume. You see the texture? It helps you to create this texture. Brush it out, make it beautiful, brush it out. Okay. And now just make a little massage to spread this spray along the roots like this. Okay, beautiful. Medium fixation hairspray. I like to use TG because it has gloss. It is with shine. Look, I just brush and brush. This is medium hairspray because I don't need to glue it right now. Texture. Look, this is 32 curling iron. This is big texture. If you use 25, you will have smaller texture, even more texture. Here we leave some small pieces like this to frame the face. Just small pieces like this. Okay, beautiful. And now I'm gonna grab this section approximately from ear to ear, like this section, and just split it from this hair, like this. I'm gonna use powder and tease this strands, like this wide, because I need to have this, because I'm gonna have this foundation foundation, I need this teasing. So I'm gonna pin it with a curl, and that's why I need to have foundation to fix the pin. That's why I use powder and tease that place inside, like a pillow, like the pillow. Okay. Of course, if this is a bride, you have to make everything precisely, because this is very important for the bride, because all eyes on her and she's dancing, doing everything. You need to put the veil. That's why you need to tease more and more precise for the bride to hold the veil. But for regular client, she doesn't need this, you know, this hold. And that's why you can tease just this layer, what you need, exactly what you need. And I'm doing a gentle twist like this, a gentle twist, and I'm gonna fix it in the middle here. Look, gentle twist. You can use wax spray if you have baby hair, and fork comb. Look, you spray wax and then brush with a fork comb, and you smooth all the baby hairs. Look, I take a pin, I take the pin and just pin it like through the twist. You remember I teased a little bit the twist, and that's why it will hold. And the next twist is here, and again look, pin, and I touch the skin, and then I go up through this twist. Look, I can release it, and you see it holds. Now I use a strong hairspray. I will use liquid because I want to give some shine, like this, and brush for comb to glue the baby hair with the direction. Look, along the direction. Look, like this. And again. So yeah, this is ready. The first twist is ready. And now the same. The first, I touch the skin, and then I go along the twist up. You see? And this is invisible. The second is gonna be here. So I twist it and put it here, and again I touch the skin and go along up inside, and that's it. You see, I release and it stays in a place. Now again, little bit wax, and again brush all the baby hair, smooth it out like this, make it smooth and nice, and cover the pin. Okay, and that's it. I think I can use one more pin, you know, to connect it a little bit. Maybe here, or leave it like this. Let's see. I can leave it like this. It also looks beautiful, looks nice. Maybe a little bit texture. Yeah, it looks nice. To fix it more, you know, this side. And again, see? Like this. Perfect. Okay, spray. Hairspray, you can help with fingers and blow. Brush. You see, I'm holding it here. stronghold hairspray. This is wet hairspray because it has gloss. For dark hair, I like to use gloss hairspray, look. And I can brush it, and you see how sharp this texture is, look. I think this is the perfect hairstyle for bridesmaids and for the bride for this and the next wedding season. Masha, what do you think?
I like it.
Tag me on your work and see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.
Bye bye.